Well, my friends, welcome back to Breaking Bricks. I'm your host, Neil. This is week 8 of my Clone Wars mock. We are doing the Battle of Yurbanna. You can see this build in episode 9, season 7 of the Clone Wars. I picked this particular battle because I thought it would be great to light up, and I really thought maybe possibly a smoke machine involved in this to create the cloud in between the two cliffs. You know, just to give it a little bit of atmosphere. Would be very cool if I could pull it off. Today, hopefully, I'm going to run a test of that. You know, we got the bridge brand to complete. We're going to finish putting that in place, you know, because we still got a lot of work to do. We are actually getting close to being complete where we can start actually working on the sugar candy. You know, when you start putting in the figs and the ships, you know, the details and things, you know, but you still need a working platform to build everything off of. You know, we still got to get the towers in place. You know, I need to be able to move it from one place to another, and I need to be able to pull it all off together in one simultaneous time. And we are taking this build to Columbus in January. I do believe we're heading down on January 3rd for setup, and the event is on 4th and the 5th at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. I hope I said that right. And I can't wait to go. You know, we had a good time last January, and we are looking forward to returning this January. And hopefully we'll be able to hang out with our friends in the 501st again, because that's always a lot of fun. But anyway, we got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Well, my friends, in the past few weeks, we've made it pretty far. We still have a long way to go on this build. We wanted to come off really looking great. You know, we've got a lot of detail to put into this. On top of that, a whole crap ton of vehicles and minifigures are going to go into this. We still have height to go. It is 7 foot long by 30 inches wide. So there's a lot to this. So once we get the underside finished under here and start working it on over here, I'm going to start laying in tracks that kind of keep it in place because we don't want it to move. And on top of that, this needs to support a bunch of weight. So in the show, the towers were somewhere like in here, but it kind of had a big space in between there. I don't have that kind of room. So we're going to start the towers here and end them in the middle. So they're kind of connected to the cliff, and all that will be modular, like that way I can just pick it up, put it in a tote, and move it along. And like I said, we do have a plug-in power feature here, but for some odd reason this plate wants to be extremely hard to lift. There we go, to lift up. And this is where the sabers for the Jedi will be plugged in at. We have a lot of work to do, so let's just get to it. All right, my friends, I've actually got the bridge kind of in placement. We've got the sides intact. We still got some time left of this video. But to be honest with you, I really want to try this smoker. Now, I do have a vent on the other side of the room because we have central air here, and it blows across the room this way. So hopefully it won't push it too bad. You know, it's going to come down to how the air is blowing wherever I set this up on, how well it's going to work. But let's give it a shot. And you don't want to fill it all in at one time. Now, I do have smoke all the way down here now. Let's go ahead and just fill it in. You don't need a whole lot. So you can see how it's a little bit more cloudier down there, but we do have smoke coming out from underneath over here. So the effect works really good. So once I get more LED lights in here, I'm gonna put trees and different sceneries down in here. You know, perspective is gonna be a key thing with this. And of course, you know, we're a little smoked out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this stuff off for a little bit, let it air out, and then get back to work. See you in a couple. It's a lot of fun. Well, my friends, we've taken it as far as we can take it this week. We've actually accomplished quite a bit. You know, the cliffs are kind of almost pretty much done now. We can kind of detail them. You know, terrain is definitely tricky. You know, I still got some more work to do underneath the bridge here. But once again, it's all going to be perspective on how you're going to see it. So we've gotten some work done underneath the bridge. We've got them in place. They are very well sturdy, as you can see. I don't have to worry about them just kind of falling down. I can build weight on top of them without them worrying about coming down. They also break down into 2 pieces, and then the base actually separates into 6. So now we have 8 different sections. I'm going to be transporting this to Columbus in January in 2 different cars, and we did get to see the smoke machine actually work in this episode. I can't wait to see how this is going to look as it gets more and further down the road as we get it more complete. But anyway, let's go ahead and take an up-close look at what we got done. All right, so as you can see, green with a little gray because there's a little bit of rock. Quite a bit of gristling here for the edge. As you can see, it's just all kind of rocked up in there, and we added some more to the trees as well. And as you can see here, you can't really see where the bridge separates very well. You can see where the sections come apart now. It's very well level, strong. I don't have to worry about it coming apart. Of course, like I said, Mother Nature is very chaotic. We've got a power running through these plates, and then we got the other side here, which is starting to look so much more better. All right, so next week we're going to continue working on getting this in place. Once we kind of figure out where the tower is going to go up and where the power and everything is going to go in, you know, I plan on putting another one of these here. I just needed it to get the kind of foot impression here in the ground, so I still got more detail to add to that as well. So it's just going to take time. We just have a lot to do, and the eye candy should start to pop in here bit by bit, and I can't wait to see it. But anyway, if you like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that like button. It lets me know I'm doing a good job, and it suggests my video to other people that might like this kind of content. If you got a good idea for this build, maybe a good suggestion, or just want to talk Lego, Star Wars, or whatever, go ahead and put that down in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And of course, we cannot grow here as a family unless you hit that subscribe button. It takes you a mere half a second, but for me it means an awful lot. Otherwise, we'll see you here next week on Breaking Bricks.